I know y'all miss Sunday videos, but here we are again. What is up, my realists? It's Stephen, and welcome back to another Sunday video. I hope y'all are doing great. I know I didn't make a Sunday video last week, so hopefully this one makes up for it. And yeah, that's all I really have to say, so we're gonna get to the video. But before we get to that, I just want to say, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. That's Stephen Flores for Facebook, at Stephen Flores_IRL for Instagram, and at Stephen J Flores for Twitter. And as always, if you like this video and want to see more videos like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for me, will ya? So yeah, without further ado, let's move on with the video. As you guys know, there have been a lot of like live musicals on TV recently. Like, who can remember the Jesus Christ Superstar one and the Hairspray one and the Really Good Grease one? And with that, there are also a lot of musicals that have been filmed live on stage. I know everyone's excited about Hamilton coming to Disney Plus this summer, I think. And there's a film version of Newsies, of SpongeBob, of Cats, Phantom of the Opera, Jesus Christ Superstar, all of those kind of things. And given how like with the coronavirus pandemic, there's been a lot of musicals that have been shown on the internet, I thought I would make a list of my favorite live musicals and musicals that were streamed or like that are available like to watch. So yeah, let's get started with the list then. This is in no particular order, okay? And also like I have also a list of ones that I don't like remember The Sound of Music Live? That was so bad. And Peter Pan. Yeah, so these are just like the good ones. Let's start off with what is probably my favorite filmed version of a stage show ever, which is Rent. Everybody knows that Rent's last show was filmed live on Broadway. And as someone who has never seen Rent, like live, I've never seen Rent live. I remember there was a time, I think like 2 years ago, I was watching this like non-stop. And it's so good. And to think that Renee Elise Goldsberry was in it, and I didn't even know she was gonna become so famous after this, but like to think that she was there. Also, it has other really cool people like Eden Espinosa and all that, and I just love it so much. I could watch the La Vie Boheme scene from that show like forever. It's so good. Next, I'm gonna say two versions of this show. The one that was aired on NBC, I think last year, and the other one which is part of like a concert tour, the one that starred Tim Minchin and Melanie C and all that, and that is Jesus Christ Superstar. I only recently fell in love with this musical, and I really like it. Like, coming from like if you guys don't know, I'm Catholic, and coming from that kind of perspective, it was really like, I really appreciated it for what it was. And also the songs are great, and I could listen to Sarah Bareilles sing I Don't Know How to Love Him for like ever. And Superstar is a really great number. Literally every song here is just like so good, and it's so cohesive, and it just portrays everything so well. I really highly recommend this show. If you haven't seen it, find a copy somehow of the NBC version, or you can go and find the copy of this, like the concert thing that they did, and I think it toured like Australia and the UK or something like that. It is one of my goals to see this on Broadway or on stage somewhere. I know there was like a revival, I think like 8 years ago, but oh my god, I like really need to see this again. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I honestly think this is Andrew Lloyd Webber's like best show. I know other people would argue like other things, like some people would say Evita, some people would say Cats. I don't know why you would say Cats. Some people would say Phantom, but really for me it's Jesus Christ Superstar. Next up is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I just love the live version that I forgot which network did the live version of this, but it was so great. Hairspray. That cast was amazing. I thought there would be no cast that's better than like the one of the movie, but then they got Harvey Fierstein to do it, and then Ariana Grande played Penny Pingleton. Like, the entire time I was just like, what the heck, this is so good. Literally every single role was perfectly cast. The fact that it rivals the Hairspray movie for me says a lot about it. It was so good. Next up, we have what is probably for me the best like live musical ever, like on TV. Grease Live. My god, Aaron Tveit and Julianne Hough were like born to play these roles. Like, oh my god. And I've been a big Aaron Tveit fan since his Next to Normal days. So, you know, anything Aaron Tveit, I'm on for. And of course, Vanessa Hudgens probably gave her best performance ever in anything in this one. And to think she did it 2 days after her dad passed away. The level of professionalism, and like when she was singing Rizzo's like really emotional song, like the level of resonance that had was just amazing. I wish I could watch it more often, because honestly, like for me, it's like the best. And to think that also it was directed by Hamilton's director. I mean, like, that's probably why it's so good too. Next, we're going to one of my favorite musicals of all time, Phantom of the Opera. And of course, I'm talking about the Sierra Boggess and Ramin Karimloo version. These two people are insanely talented. These two people are like the best. And like, I saw Ramin Karimloo on Broadway in 2015 when I saw Les Miserables. Like, we watched the Wednesday matinee and I was like, I don't think he's gonna appear. But then he did and I was like, oh my god. I've been a huge fan of him even before that because of this concert. And I really love Sierra Boggess too. She will forever be the Little Mermaid for me. And yeah, I liked how, like, you know how like the Les Mis concert was kind of really like a concert. Like, there wasn't really that much acting in the sense, but they were just like all lined up in like a straight line at the front and stuff. But what I loved about this Phantom was that, you know, they still retained a lot of the elements from the actual stage show, which was great. Thank God they did that. And I think that just added like a whole nother level to it. And yeah, just a really great show. I love it so much. Next up is Cats, the film version. I think it was filmed in the 90s or something like that. But I saw it and I love it. And I love it mostly because it's exactly the same as the stage version. I saw Cats like on stage for the first time, I think about like 6 or 7 months ago, and it was really good. Like, I liked it. Like, I know I crap on Cats a lot, and I usually crap on the movie, but then the musical is like a lot better, okay? Like, if you just like don't mind the plot and just look at the dancing and the singing and all that, it's a pretty good show. Like I'm being completely serious. I'm not being sarcastic. It's like a really good show. So yeah, you know, like, I love that so much. And the film version is exactly like the stage version, so yeah. Next up is the Les Mis concert, and I love this mostly because the cast was so star-studded. I mean, it was Samantha Barks as Eponine, Lea Salonga as Fantine, Ramin Karimloo as Enjolras, and I can never pronounce the name. Anyway, but it's so good. Help. Oh my god. I wish I saw this live just to like listen to everybody. Like, oh my god. I've always been a big Les Mis fan. I will always be a big Les Mis fan. Even though, like, everybody dies except for, like, 4 people, I will always be a Les Mis fan. Has some of my favorite quotes ever, and I love this version. I hope they do, like, a 30th anniversary one so that I can attend, you know, or has the 30th anniversary passed already? I have no idea. We got 2 more on this list, with the second to the last one being the film version of Newsies. I saw Newsies, but it wasn't a replica production, so it was something like locally made here in Manila. And like, it kind of was lacking a lot of things to me. And then I saw the Newsies film version with Jeremy Jordan and Andrew Keenan Bolger and Cara Lindsay and all that. And I was just like, wow, this is great. And yeah, I just love it so much, and I wish I saw it live on Broadway. But you know, can't get everything we want. And lastly, I cannot make a list about film versions of musicals without mentioning the one company or the one group that is like the best at filming musicals, and that of course is Team Starkid. From Trail to Oregon to Twisted to the guy who didn't like musicals to Black Friday and Firebringer and all of that, oh my god, they are so good. And literally I love everything, like all of Starkid's stuff. It's so funny. It's one of the they're some of the most hilarious musicals I've ever seen. The best being Twisted. You can fight me on that. But yeah, I always look forward to like their work and stuff, and I can't wait to see what they have like in store for all of us. And yeah, I guess that's my list. What are some of your favorite live musicals or filmed versions of musicals? I want to hear about them. Comment them down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for our next video. Thanks so much for watching. If you like, hit the subscribe button, like button down there. My last video to my left and to my right and down in the description are my social media stuff. Like me, Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Don't like them, guys. See ya!